Hey, so loves. It's Kimberly with Celestial Juju, and we are going to talk about some of the big ass transits, but I'm mostly going to focus on the Mars retrograde that goes into retrograde on December the 6th. So that's what we do here. I talk about what's going on for the week and what it is for the collective and how you can manage the energy. So we have Mercury in retrograde. You can go back and watch that one. We have a Mercury Kazemi also today, the 5th, 6th, depending on your time zone. And that's when Mercury goes into the heart of God. And you can get direct downloads from the universe, from God through Mercury, the messenger. So pay attention to that. What'd you dream last night? And what's the energy that's coming in for you, the ahas that you're receiving? And the outer retrograde is Neptune leaves on the 7th, and he's been in a 5-month retrograde period. So honestly, the fog is when Mercury's in retrograde. It's well, all of them. It's an inner thing, and then when they go direct, it's out in the world. So we're going to see the veils, the cloaks again in the outer world with Neptune, the fog. It's like they'll be doing the fog machines on it. Mars in retrograde in Leo. It doesn't happen that often. Well, it does, but not like the other ones. When Mars only goes retrograde like every 2 years. And the last time it was in retrograde in Leo was 1977, really 78. It went retrograde in Cancer, in that journey, then it went into Leo. So it hasn't been in this place of, in Leo first for a long time. So what were the themes in your life in 78? During that time period, 77, 78, what was happening in your world if you happen to be on this planet? Now, yeah, it's been retrograde. It was retrograde 2 years ago, but it wasn't in this house. So that's what we have going on with that. It's going to bring up inner child anger because it goes inside. And what do we have? A bunch of inner wounded children running countries all over the world. So all that frustration is going to go inward, and they're going to be upset that they're not getting their ways, and they're going to be throwing temper tantrums. And that will happen with everybody, not just world leaders, but we will see it in the collective in that way. It's already been happening. This is about navigating transformational energy. Mars is action, it's passion, it's the warrior. So it's going to be retrograde from December the 6th to February the 23rd. Its time in Leo is December the 6th to January the 6th, and then it'll move into Cancer. So this celestial event invites profound personal transformation, expanding the vibrant energy of Leo, and then back into the introspective waters of Cancer. This transit offers an opportunity for realignment, healing, and growth. By understanding the key themes and learning how to channel, challenge, and channel this energy productively, you can harness this transformation into potential action for your passion and where you're going with this. When Mars went into Leo November, you may have got, like this urge of energy. I'm ready to do this. Let's climb the mountain. Let's go. Let's do it. This is the action I'm going to take in the world. And you're going to feel that kind of peter out this week, because now you're going to go inside with that passion work it all out, review it, realign, and then bring it out after the, but that's not going to happen until after the retrograde's over with. So it's going to be a time of doing that. Okay, so Mars is the planet of ambition. So you may have felt that. It's action, it's ambition, it's drive. It governs how we assert ourselves. It's action, it's ambition, it's drive. It governs how we assert ourselves, our pursuits, our desires. And during the retrograde, this fiery energy turns inward, prompting reflection, a slower, more intentional pace. Unlike when Mercury or Venus is in retrograde, Mars is less frequent, so it carries out a significant weight, offering a chance to reevaluate how we approach our goals, our relationships, and a sense of self. I was so fired up to get this done. This is the third time I've recorded this. I worked on it all day yesterday and it suddenly disappeared. That I don't have my microphone plugged in. So that may be that may be some things that you'll be seeing happen between Mercury retrograde and Mars retrograde. Yeah, you'll think you're on a roll and then you realize you're not plugged in. Perfect example of that. So, yeah, how do we approach our goals, our relationships, and our sense of self? That's the inner reflection that's going to be happening if you utilize the energy. If you don't utilize it, then it's just going to be a big brawl happening inside. This retrograde that will span through Leo and Cancer, activating the themes of creativity, emotional security, nurturing. Straightened over that. It challenges us to revisit the past and refine our past for the future. So the themes of the Mars retrograde is number one, creativity and ego. That's going to be why it's in Leo from the 6th to the January the 6th, the 6th to the 6th. That's easy to remember. Mars begins its retrograde in Leo, encouraging us to examine our creativity, our self expression, leadership. The fiery energy of Leo emphasizes pride, passion, and the drive for recognition. Current pursuits align with your true passions. Are you expressing yourself authentic or relying on external validation? Old projects and hobbies may resurface, giving you a chance to reignite joy, excitement in areas that once lit you up. However, be mindful of ego driven behaviors or unhealthy pride, which may lead to conflict or emotional outburst. Your key opportunities are reflection on your authenticity, revisit creative goals and refine your ambitions, realigning your passions, rekindle enthusiasm for old pursuits or hobbies. So the other theme is going to be when we get into Cancer is the emotional healing in Cancer, and that's from January the 6th to February the 23rd. Um, the to give you a prelude to that, as Mars retrogrades into Cancer, the focus shifts on emotional security, home life, and nurturing. Cancer's waters energy bring into perspective, encouraging us to process unresolved emotion and rebuild emotional foundations. This phase often brings up family dynamics, ancestral healing, or issues related to your physical home, and it's time to reassess emotional boundaries and explore how you can create safety within yourself. Your key opportunities during the Cancer portion of this phase is emotional realignment. That can happen with Leo too. Address past wounds, insecurity with compassion, nurturing connection. It strengthens your bonds with family or creates safety and supportive environments. The other aspects that'll happen during this on December the 12th, 13th, Venus is in Aquarius. It opposes Mars in Leo highlighting tension between personal desires and evolving relationship dynamics. And it's a chance to recalibrate how you give and receive in relationships and partnerships. And then on January the 1st through the 3rd, 2025, Mars opposes Pluto. This is going to happen 3 times during these points, making a significant turning point, and it expects the aspects encourages ego deaths and personal transformation, challenging us to let go of power struggles and embrace our authenticity. And then in late April 2025, Mars will reoppose Pluto after moving direct, solidifying growth and changes that initiated during the retrograde phase. So it ain't going to be over until the big lion roars. Okay. So navigating challenges, health and energy. In the sign of Leo and Cancer, the highlighted health concerns it could be in the specific areas. Leo is your heart, your back, your circulatory system. So be mindful of stress related issues and avoid any um, overtaxing to those systems. And then Cancer is your stomach, your chest. Your emotional stress may manifest physically, particularly in digestion or chest sensitivities. So pay attention to, all those things that you're going to put in your body during the holidays. So engage in practices like breath work, yoga, and light exercise to maintain physical and emotional balance. You may have some emotional triggers during this time. Mars retrograde often stirs unresolved anger, frustration, or resentment. In Cancer, these emotions may simmer beneath the surface, leading to passive aggressive tendencies and suppressed feelings rather than internalizing stress. Channel it into constructive thoughts. So, journal, therapy, past life things, inner child work. It's a perfect time to do inner child work. Go into that anger, see what those unresolved emotional things that happen were. You know, before 7, most of the things that we store are emotional, emotional things that happen to us, emotions that are connected to an event. And then that restirs up and triggers in us if you haven't healed that throughout life. And then we make adult decisions based on that, which is what, you know, dictators running the world. Creative outlets that allow self expression. So, another way to constructively channel this. So, use your energy to create. Physical activities like hiking. You could do some boxing to release some tensions, beat into the pillow, scream into your pillow. So, things to avoid during the Mars retrograde. Impulsive decisions during the Mars retrograde. Impulsive decisions. Avoid risk taking, initiating major projects, seeking validation. Focus on self approval and internal alignment rather than external recognition. Burning bridges, don't do it. Be mindful of your ego driven outbursts that could damage relationships during this time period. So either you'll burn the bridge and it'll be done, or you'll be backing up and apologizing during this time period. Okay, so your opportunities of growth: revisit, realign, reassess goals, ambitions, and relationships. Release and declutter. Let go of outdated habits, relationships, or pursuits. And I'm going to sneeze. Refocus on joy, reignite passions, and bring genuine fulfillment to you. Heal and strengthen and address emotional wounds that and build resilience during this time period. The tension of the Mars retrograde often mirrors the collective tension. And the last time Mars retrograded, um, during these time periods, there was unresolved societal issues that were prominent globally, which is similar to now. This retrograde may bring some smothering conflicts to the forefront, such as resolution and transformation on both a personal and collective level. Mars is still going to be in Leo. It's going to do that retrograde through Cancer, and then it'll go back into Leo. So it's not finished with Leo. So we'll still be going through and processing this energy to bring it out as action through our passions. So the Mars retrograde in Leo and Cancer invites us to step back and reflect and heal. It's time to reconnect with our passions, recalibrate our goals, and address our emotional wounds that may be holding us back. By embracing the lessons of this transit, we can emerge stronger and more aligned and ready to take on action in 2025. So let's let this retrograde be your cosmic reset. It's a chance to release what no longer serves you and pave the way for greater authenticity and joy. So, the focus of that Mars retrograde in Leo energy from the 6th to the 6th is going to bring powerful cosmic initiation to pause, and it's to reflect, to recalibrate in these key areas of life for each zodiac sign. The retrograde highlights unique themes of focus and challenges during this time period, bringing you to realign with your authentic self and rediscover your passions. Mars in Leo invites all of the signs to reflect, to realign, to reawaken dormant passions and embrace the challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation. And you'll emerge stronger and wiser and more connected to your true self. Ready to go into our all signs portion of this. So I'm going to take the moment to ask you to subscribe, to like, put that thumbs up. So I'll keep doing the passion of my heart and bringing these to you. And the YouTube monkeys will work for me and make comments. Tell me what you really, really want during this time period. I am Kimberly Crow. I am a Western astrologer using Hosan system for this energy analysis. I use many systems, but we will use Hosan for this overall energy of the themes of what's going on in your chart for you in your houses. So listen up to your big three, your rising, your sun, and your moon. Your rising is what you come to integrate, to rise, to be. Your sun is the light that you shine out into the world and what's reflected back to you. Could be your career. So if you're listening for career things, make sure you take in your sun. And it could also can be male authority figures and your father in your chart. Your moon is your emotional IQ. It's how you want to be nurtured, it's how you nurture others, and it can be your mother in your chart. Okay, Aries. Aries. Sun, moon, and rising. From December the 6th to January the 6th. Mars retrogrades in Leo in your 5th house. This is a period for ideal revisiting passions, hobbies, and creative pursuits that once lit you up but may have fizzled out. Romantic interest may, especially past flings, could reemerge, offering opportunities to reignite the spark. However, avoid starting new romances or expecting a long term result from the connections during this time. If you have children, it could be a time of heightened emotional expression or disputes, so practice patience and emotional regulation. Mars is your chart ruler, and it's currently in your 5th house, creating harmonious aspects with your identity. This period emphasizes the need to cut, sever, and remove obstacles related to romance, creativity, children, and joy. You may feel creatively blocked or uninspired, though as your usual passion is dimmed during this time period. Romantic relationships may feel stagnated, and past issues could resurface, creating tensions. Your children, their needs may demand more attention and leading to frustration. The Mars retrograde in your fifth house emphasizes the energy of fun, creativity, romance, and self expression. It's time to explore new ventures without expecting intimate results. You just do it for the adventure. Avoid focusing too heavily on one plan. Stay flexible and experiment. Reflect on your strengths and revisit situations that you excel to build confidence. So, your focus is reignite passion in creative projects and hobbies that bring you joy. The challenge: avoid impulsive reactions, especially in romantic and recreational settings. Balance excitement with patience as you refine your approach to joy and self expression. Your opportunities: revisit creative projects that you've set aside, reconnect to hobbies that bring you joy. Reflect on what truly makes you happy and align with your passions. Spend time journaling, experimenting, or engaging in playful activities that reignite your inner child. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. This retrograde in Leo, December the 6th to January the 6th. This period may resurface it's in your fourth house, so it may resurface some family disputes or bring challenges involving your home or your property. Avoid starting conflicts or making hasty decisions. They may backfire. Instead, revisit unresolved issues or agreements that work to finalize them carefully. With the Mars being in your fourth house, it's emphasized in your home, your family, and your emotional foundations. Challenges may arise in domestic harmony that feels out of reach. Family dynamics or delays in moving, redoing things. Plans could create frustration, urging you to strengthen your foundations. Progress may slow, so embrace a steady approach. Carefully consider the consequences of your actions, especially regarding family matters. Patience and persistence will pay off. Your focus is revisit family dynamics and redefine your emotional foundations. This is time to reconnect with your sense of home and security. Your challenge is going to be to navigate the conflicts or misunderstandings with family members and avoid clinging to past grievances and the focus on building harmony. Your opportunities: revisit unresolved family issues, create more nurturing home environment, heal past wounds, and strengthen stability within yourself. Gemini, Mars retrograde yourself. Gemini, Mars retrogrades in your third house from December the 6th to January the 6th. This period highlights communication, writing, and teaching. Projects or conversations from the past may resurface, offering an opportunity to refine and relaunch them. Avoid initiating major disputes or making significant purchases like vehicles unless it's absolutely necessary. Your third house is highlighting communication, learning, and local connections. Miscommunications and technological disruptions and delays in travel plans are likely. Expect disruptions, communications, or stops and starts in these areas affecting communication and learning short distance travel. Focus on small, manageable tasks. Stay persistent despite the challenges. Focus on small. I just said that. Your focus during this time period will be to reassess communication styles and revisit past ideals, conversations, or learning pursuits that can now be improved. The challenge is avoid jumping into new projects prematurely. Stay mindful of restlessness in your daily interactions or short trips. Your opportunities, reflect on how you express yourself. Revisit old learning opportunities or refine writing and communication projects. Strengthen connections with siblings or neighbors, Gemini. Okay, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. From December the 6th to January the 6th, Mars retrogrades in your second house. This time brings reevaluation of finances, investments, and material possessions. If you made bold financial moves recently, you may need to step back and reassess and focus on understanding your deeper desires. Focus uh, around motivations and money and security. Create more aligned financial plan. Mars retrograde begins in your second house, emphasizing finances, possessions, and self worth. Financial frustrations or feelings of inadequacy about learning potential may arise. Avoid financial decisions during this period. As a result, could be disappointing. Stick to pre established plans and conserve your energy for future opportunities. So, your focus is going to be reflect on financial goals, values, and how you use your resources. Consider revisiting a financial project or investment that you started in the past. Challenge. Revisit making impulsive purchases or taking financial risks. Focus on aligning your spending and learning habits with your deeper values. Your opportunities. Reassess financial strategies and align them with your values. Simplify and organize your finances. Reflect on emotional connections to money and material possessions, Cancer. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Mars retrogrades in your first house from December the 6th to January the 6th. It's time for intense self reflection. You may feel impulsive and passionate about your new adventures. It's essential to pause and reassess your goals. Avoid unnecessary conflicts as words said in anger could damage relationships. Use this period to relaunch past projects that align with your authentic self. The Mars retrograde in your first house of identity emphasizes your identity, your self expression, your personal goals. Challenges may include feelings of stagnation or self doubt. As this Mars retrogrades in this first house, it's going to be emphasizing that self identity with your physical vitality. Progress, you may want to like redo yourself during this time period, or you may be thinking about it. Don't do it till after the retrograde is over with. Just get the stats on it. Um, Progress may feel stalled, so practice patience and avoid pushing too hard. Expect delays, but stay centered and steady. Your focus is going to be reassess your personal identity, self expression, and your leadership style. Revisit passions or goals that align with your core sense of self. Your challenge is avoid acting out of frustration or wounded pride. Recognize when your ego is driving the decisions instead of your heart. So your opportunities, reflect on personal goals, refine your expression to yourself. Reconnect with inner strength and clarity for your priorities. Avoid over exertion and focus on rebuilding your confidence. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars retrogrades in your 12th house from December the 6th to January the 6th. This period can reveal hidden enemies, past conflicts, or unresolved work related issues. Also, a time for inner work, addressing emotional patterns and revisiting health routines that have benefited you from the past. Be mindful of restlessness and prioritize activities that help you wind down and restore your balance. Mars retrograde in your 12th house emphasizes subconscious patterns, spiritual growth, and inner healing. Old fears or unresolved issues may resurface. Mars retrograde in that 12th house, that is the subconscious, is deeply spiritual and an interperspective area. Allow energy to unfold without forcing decisions. Avoid impulsive actions that let clarity emerge naturally during this time period. Your focus is reflect on hidden fears, subconscious patterns, and self limiting beliefs. Use this period to release what no longer serves you. Your challenge, navigate inner restlessness or frustration without retreating entirely from the world. Address hidden challenges rather than avoiding them. So, your opportunities engage in introspection and spiritual practices. Release emotional baggage through journaling or therapy. Create space for healing and stillness. Libra. Sun, Moon, and Rising, Mars begins its retrograde in your 11th house, prompting you to revisit old social connections, friendships, and group endeavors. It's an excellent time to reignite shared passions with others and reconnect to groups that brought you joy in the past. Conflicts with friends or within networks may resurface, offering an opportunity for resolution and closure. This period also supports rekindling intimacy in relationships, particularly through shared activities or revisited romantic sparks. However, be cautious of passive aggressive tendencies with your social circles. Mars retrograde begins in that 11th house. That is your network, your social circle, focusing on friendships and social networks and long term aspirations. Challenges may arise with group dynamics or collaborative projects. You may question whether your social connections align with your personal goals. Mars retrograde your 11th house of friendships, alliances, and goals. You might feel stuck or experience tension with friends or groups. Avoid blame and focus on collaboration for better outcomes. So, your focus during this time period from the 6th to the 6th is reconnect with old friends, social groups, and community projects that bring inspiration and fulfillment. Your challenge is to avoid conflicts with friends within group settings. Stay grounded in your own needs instead of overextending to please others. Your opportunities reflect on friendships and affiliations that support your growth. Revisit old collaborations and efforts and community projects that once inspired you. Build meaningful connections and reevaluate your aspirations. Cut and sever ties in social groups or responsibilities that no longer serve your goals. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars retrograde in your 10th house encourages you to revisit and realign career ambitions and public roles. Past career projects or unfulfilled professional goals may resurface, providing a chance to bring them to fruition. However, be mindful of conflicts with authority figures or workplace disputes during this time period. Mars begins that retrograde in that 10th house of career and public reputation and legacy. The challenges that may arise, such as feeling unappreciated in your current role or overwhelmed by leadership responsibilities. Mars retrograde in that 10th house of career in your public life. Um, your advice is avoid conflicts at work as they could have lasting consequences. Flexibility and resilience are key during this time period. So your focus is revisit career goals and assess whether they truly align with your passions and your long-term ambitions. What do you truly want to do? What's your mission? Your challenge is to revisit power struggles with authority figures or colleagues. Focus on redefining your ambitions rather than pushing for immediate results. So, your opportunities during this time period are reassess your career trajectory and refine professional goals. Focus on strategic planning for future growth. Align your career with your long term vision, Scorpio. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars begins to retrograde in your ninth house, highlighting your beliefs, your ethical frameworks, and your long term plans. You may feel driven to take action on deeply held values, but find yourself needing to step back and reassess your motivations. Travel plans or academic pursuits may require revision or postponement. Mars retrograde in that ninth house of higher learning, travel, and personal growth. Challenges may include travel disruptions, delays in educational pursuits, and questioning your long term vision. Mars retrogrades within that ninth house is back on your beliefs, your long-term travel, your education. Refine your goals and focus on clear one-to-one clear strategies and to navigate challenges effectively. Your focus reflect on your beliefs, your values, and your personal philosophy. Revisit learning opportunities, spiritual practices, or travel plans to expand your horizons. Oh, it'd be a good time to go on retreats. Go to that ashram. Avoid becoming too rigid in your opinions or your beliefs. Be open to revisit your worldview and your introspection. Your opportunities. Revisit old travel plans or educational goals. Reflect on how your beliefs and your philosophy have evolved. Explore deeper truths and refine your aspirations. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Mars retrogrades in your eighth house, emphasizing themes of financial and psychological transformation. Revisit past financial agreements, loans, or investments to ensure they align with your current goals. Old fears or emotional patterns relate to trust, intimacy, or vulnerability may resurface, prompting deep healing work. Mars retrograde begins in your eighth house of shared resources, transformation, and intimacy. The challenges may include financial strain or conflicts regarding your shared resources, such as debts, taxes, or inheritance. Your eighth house is the shared resources, and it also is transformation. Avoid loans or financial entanglements during this time period. Instead, invest in personal growth and self development. Your focus, reassess shared resources, debts, or investments. Deep dive into emotional and psychological patterns tied to intimacy and vulnerability. Your challenge, avoid over controlling or obsessing about financial or emotional entanglements. Focus on healing past wounds instead of projecting fears onto others. Your opportunities, reassess your joint financial matters and let go of emotional baggage. Address underlying issues in deep relationships. Focus on personal transformation and growth. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Mars retrogrades in your seventh house. That's partnerships. Bring in relationships to focus. Old flames or unresolved relationship dynamics may resurface, either to reignite passion or resolve lingering issues. Be prepared for intense but transformative conversations with partners. Avoid initiating conflicts or legal disputes, as outcomes may not align with your expectations. Mars retrograde begins in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. Frustrations may arise in a personal or professional connections as unresolved issues come to light. Your seventh house is affecting your partnerships and your collaborations. Expect tension or misalignment in key relationships, but approach these challenges with patience and grace. So, your focus, Aquarius, during this time period is revisit relationships, both personal and professional. Reflect on how you show up in partnerships and reignite intimacies where it had waned, that could come up for you. Your challenge is to avoid passive aggressive tendencies or reigniting old conflicts. Communication is going to be open and to be honest, to strengthen your connections. So your opportunities during this time period is reflect on your partnerships, align with your values, heal old patterns, and strengthen bonds. Clarify your needs and priorities in your relationships. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, Mars, retrogrades in your sixth house, emphasizing health routines and work. Revive past wellness practices or revisit projects that once brought you a sense of purpose. Conflicts with colleagues or frustrations in your daily schedule may arise, but these opportunities to refine your approach and make meaningful changes. Mars in that sixth house of that's health, daily routines, and work life balance. The challenges may include burnout, ineffectiveness in routines, or health concerns. Your sixth house highlights daily routines and health. You may feel stagnated or emotionally drained. Use this time to maintain your humor. Stay present and focus on small, manageable tasks. So, you're focused during this time period. Reassess your daily routines, your health habits, and your work life balance. Return to practices that once supported your well being. Challenges: avoid burnout by overcommitting to work and neglecting your self care. Let me reread that. Your challenge during this time period: avoid burnout from overcommitting to work or neglecting self care. Be mindful of pent up frustration with colleagues or work responsibilities. Your opportunities: reevaluate your approach to work and self care. Establish routines that support overall well being. Prioritize your physical and your mental health. Okay. Okay, people, that's our journey through all signs and the themes of what this um, Mars retrograde in Leo is going to be for you during this time period. This retrograde offers a time of reflection, renewal, and to realign to your deepest values and goals. So breathe that energy in and what that is. So, what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect from this chaotic mind of humanity. We don't want to be out there in all that chaos and all that drama and all of that stuff right now. So, the way you do that is right here. You're the one that plugged into all the wouldas and couldas and shouldas out there in the world, thinking that there were survival codes for you. Your survival codes are within you. They're in your inner authority. When you connect to it, you will know the direction to go in your life with your mission and your purpose. So, when you unplug from all of this, it gives you clarity within yourself. And this is a great time for all this into perspective work with the Mercury retrograde, the Leo retrograde, and Neptune getting ready to go direct. So unplug from all of that. And that brings all your psychic awareness and your energy back to you. You're not entangled in the mind of the others. And go into your inner world and drop down into your sacred chamber. You know where that is. Just allow yourself to go there. And so as you enter into your sacred chamber, feel the connectedness to that. And if you wish, you can call on the allies of Mars, Mercury, Neptune, maybe Lashmi, whoever shows up for you during this time period. Your future self can show you the door, the way, what to do during this time period. So breathe in that energy and connect to that and receive the clarity, the direction, the realignment, the refocus that connects you to the truth of your passions and how to ignite those passions with your mission to bring that energy here in embodiment. And this time we call now. So drop that energy down, bring your awareness all the way through your central column, through all your energy centers, all the way down, past your feet into the crystalline core of Gaia herself, into the heart of Earth. Feel the love and the connection. She holds your Earth records for you for your Earth journey. So feel the connection to that. And you can ask to be shown what's the best, the realignment, and what the new purpose is. So receive that energy, or you may go into the healing temple and just be there. It's not a just, it is a holy place, a holy temple. So feel the energy of the healing of your passion and your purpose. The love that Gaia herself has for you, and aligning your earth purpose to your soul purpose and your God consciousness to one working, unified unit that you embody here in this time we call now. Breathe that in. Ask for your inner child to show up for you. And you can journal, you can take some time out, you can pause this, see what the child has for you. What is the frustration, the anger, the resentment, the times that the child wasn't listened to? What is that energy that's there that wants to come out? Let the child whisper to you to show you, and then bring that energy to your inner child yourself. What can you do for the child with the knowledge of who you are now to heal this wound within? Ooh. Thank you. Thank you for embodying a DNA skin suit in this time we call now. May you be blessed by the light of your own reflection. This is Kimberly with Celestial Juju. Like, share, and do all those things, and be blessed by your own light, by your own reflection and the beauty that you are.